approaching the Harrisonville area, and we're starting to see the initial edge of that line bow out. It's pushing off to the east, and Ryan, we see those winds undercut it, and you will get a very, very intense and harsh wind gust. Harrisonville, everyone around that area, you really need to take cover now despite not being included in that tornado warning.
Yeah, that's right. This is what's called a gust front or a bow echo here. The gust front, what we're seeing at the surface, the bow echo, what we're seeing on radar. Harrisonville, you guys are probably going to be seeing some 60, potentially 70-mile-per-hour winds moving through right now pretty much, because it is on top of your location. The very sharp leading edge here that you're seeing, that's where we're beginning to see some of the potential for straight line wind damage. We still have the tornado warning in effect for areas near Shelbyville, Christiansburg, over toward eastern portions of Shelby County as well. The very western sliver of Franklin County, this does not include Frankfort, is also under this tornado warning. This extends for the next few minutes here, and you'll notice how we do have the rotation on the northern side of this line of storms and the straight line wind damage threat kind of in the middle of these thunderstorms. What I'm going to do right now is zoom out just a little bit so you can get an idea of exactly what we're looking at, because I know a lot of folks don't live in these areas and you're wondering what's happening with the storms in my location. Well, for most of us, we are actually storm free. Much of southern Kentucky, even most of southern Indiana now storm free. It's areas east of I-65 in our very eastern counties where we're continuing to track this not only severe thunderstorm threat, but the potential as well for that tornado that could be coming down at any point here over portions of Shelby County. We have not had a confirmed tornado report yet. That's the good news. Let's keep it that way as we go throughout the balance of the morning here, because we certainly want to keep those folks out there in Shelby County safe at home. But if you are in Shelby County, if you're in Shelbyville, if you're in Harrisonville, if you're in the eastern half of Shelby County, you need to be in your tornado safe place right now. We've been talking about this for the past few minutes. That safe place is going to be a shelter, possibly a basement, an underground shelter if you've got it. If not, go to the lowest level interior room, put as many doors and I should say walls between you and the outside as you can. You need to avoid windows. Flying glass is our biggest threat for folks who are inside these homes. Even if you've got a straight line wind threat, avoid the windows. That's just not good news there. Cover your head. Wear sturdy shoes. Many studies have shown that if you're not wearing sturdy shoes and you come out and your house has been damaged, you may be stepping over some glass and material like that. So put on some sturdy shoes, cover your head, avoid the windows, and evacuate mobile homes. I know this seems a little contradictory, but you need to evacuate mobile homes because those structures are not built to withstand damaging straight line winds or the potential for a tornado. If you can get to a sturdy structure nearby, that is your best bet for safety in this situation. Now, we do have, of course, the circulation still moving through portions of Shelbyville at this time. What we want to do now is show you where exactly we have the greatest circulation, where that potential for a tornado is going to be lying at this point. Basically, if you're in Shelbyville right now, that's where we're seeing that potential. You'll notice some of the lightning strikes over Shelbyville at this time. That's kind of showing us how strong this storm has been getting here over the last few minutes. And we're taking our rotation scope, and yeah, right there around Shelbyville, you see where these greens and these reds are intersecting together. This is what we call a couplet. That's where the winds are coming together to rotate. That's where the radar is sensing winds coming into the radar and going away from the radar. So this is a very handy tool for us here at Wave 3 News to show you exactly where a tornado may form, because this, of course, impacts your family at home as you go throughout the morning here. Time right now is 11:39, and we still have this tornado warning in effect. You'll see this flashing severe thunderstorm warning in effect for the Frankfort area at this time. That warning has been continued because of the renewed and the damaging wind potential from this Boeing segment right down here. So this is kind of a two-pronged threat. We've got the tornadic potential situation going on over portions of the Shelbyville area right now, and we've got the straight line wind situation now extending southward. That'll probably be affecting areas just west of Frankfort here over the next few minutes. Lauren Jones has new information.
Yeah, I want to give you an update if you're joining us simulcasting here at 840 WHAS Radio. I know a lot of folks don't have access to the television right now, and they're just listening to us. If you are in the Simpsonville area, the storm has since passed you. Christiansburg, heads up, that tornado warning continuing for Franklin County into Shelby County until 11:45. So the next 5 minutes at this point. I want to go over a few areas, a few roads for you if you are in and around the area that will be impacted. Beards Lane, also into Vigo Road, heads up, the very strong couplet of the storm that we've been watching, that center of rotation is heading in your direction. Also into Hinesville Road, Christiansburg. This is coming right for you, folks. If you're in the Christiansburg area, give yourself some extra time at this point. Also, Hyatt Store Road, Taylor Bright Road included in that, Highway 395, Highway 12, Fry's Olderburg Road included in that. Again, at the center of that circulation, really shifting into the Christiansburg area at this point. The mid-levels of this storm, this is what we need to look at to see how strong those winds are and if they're twisting with that in the atmosphere, meaning if we're seeing that shear start to increase, those winds twisting will help form that tornado. And we are seeing significant rotation there at the mid-levels, at least, just the mid-levels showing up right now. That's to the south of the Shelbyville area. So this tornado warning shifting into the Christiansburg area right now as well. And Ryan, we've been talking about this all morning, the Harrisonville area, Lawrenceburg right there. This is the area that could see the strongest damaging winds as far as straight line winds are concerned. That Boeing segment, this is the classic setup that we dealt with yesterday along the parkways. This has the recipe written all over it for down trees, down power lines. Thankfully, not getting any damage reports in just yet, but certainly I expect to see more of those as we head throughout the remainder of the late morning into the noontime hour. Yeah, that's right, Lauren. And basically, if you're in the Lawrenceburg area, I know that's just outside of our counties, but this is where the apex of that bow is, where the strongest damaging winds are. So if you live in the southern portion of Franklin County right here, you're likely going to be affected by parts of that as well. So be very careful, stay indoors. Of course, we don't want to forget about you folks down there in Washington County. If you're living in Willisburg or Mackville, Springfield even, you've got damaging winds moving through your location right now. So be especially careful and please be indoors at this time. We're going to pan down there just to show you exactly where we're seeing some of those damaging winds down in our southern Kentucky counties at this time, because of course that's going to be crucial for you and your family at home, just to trying to figure out what's going to be coming in your direction here over the next few minutes. And you'll see that Mackville now has a new severe thunderstorm warning in effect. You can see that new polygon has been drawn there in the yellow. That's the new severe thunderstorm warning. Areas near Springfield, you're seeing the very southern edge of this moving through right now. So we're going to be continuing to watch for the potential for damaging winds there. But I do want to take you back up to portions of Shelby County where we still have this tornado warning in effect. Most of this circulation has now passed you in Shelbyville. If you're listening to us on 840 WHAS, most of this now passed you in Shelbyville. Continue to stay in your tornado safe spot, though, because we still have that tornado warning in effect for areas of Shelby County. Lauren Jones has new information. Yeah.
The National Weather Service in Louisville has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Anderson County and east central Kentucky, Franklin County and east central Kentucky, southeastern Henry County and north central Kentucky, Mercer County and east central Kentucky, western Scott County and east central Kentucky, northeastern Shelby County and north central Kentucky, eastern Washington County and north central Kentucky, Woodford County and east central Kentucky, until 12:20 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 11:40 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from 8 miles southeast of LaGrange to 9 miles northwest of Lawrenceburg to 10 miles southwest of Lawrenceburg to Springfield, and moving west at 35 miles per hour. Expected hazards include 60 miles per hour wind gusts. This is a radar-indicated threat. The following impacts are expected. Expect damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include, for your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building.
Mark for later on this afternoon. Will these thunderstorms we're seeing now pull some of that energy? Will we have time to see that instability increase and in turn see more thunderstorms later on this afternoon? That is something we'll have to continue to keep a close eye on. But again, at this point right now, the strongest of those thunderstorms still south and east of the Louisville metro. There's a closer look at radar right now. That tornado warning, again, Franklin County, Shelby County has expired. So we are tornado warning free at this point, just holding on to that severe thunderstorm warning. That does include the Shelbyville area just east of that, also into Frankfort as well. And I imagine, Ryan, we'll start to see more damage reports coming in. If you're just joining us just a few seconds ago, I was reporting
That's right. And of course, wave3.com has the latest on these tornado warnings that we have been seeing right now.